Welcome back to Money Focus News, where I break down the latest economic developments that impact your life. In this video, I'm breaking down the growing concerns surrounding Social Security benefits and why retirees are overwhelming the Social Security offices and phone lines. Recent reports show a major surge in retirees contacting the Social Security Administration, right? So in March alone, their 800 number got nearly 10.5 million calls. That's up from 8.6 million just 1 month earlier. And in just 1 week, 665,000 people showed up at field offices across the country. That's crazy. So, what's behind the rush? Three big reasons. First, new identity verification rules have been implemented, and the Social Security Administration recently introduced a policy that initially required retirees to visit in person to verify their identity. That triggered panic, right? And even though the policy was revised to allow phone claims, the confusion created a wave of worry, right? So people just came anyway, right? Second, staffing cuts have already hit, right? So the Social Security Administration was already overwhelmed. So now you add this influx of more people with less people to serve them, you have chaos, right? But the Trump administration is pushing for big layoffs even more, right? And they've cut 7,000 employees already, and it's just less staff. It's less staff, longer wait, slower service, and more frustration. This is pretty sad because people depend on this system to survive, and we need to do something better than this. The third one is just fear of benefit disruptions. So for many retirees, this Social Security check is their lifeline. They're worried that if the administrative system keeps going and these changes keeps happening, that it could delay their payments. So they're just showing up in person to get answers. I don't blame them. I think this is all unfortunate. But all of this creates a feedback loop, right? More panic leads to more calls and office visits, which further clogs a system that's already short on staff. It's just terrible. Advocacy groups like AARP, they're speaking out. They sent the letter to the Social Security Administration. The acting commissioner of the Social Security Administration sounding the alarm. They're saying that the call busy rates jumped from 1.5% in February to over 28% in March. Imagine calling 28% of the time and getting a busy tone. That's it's just horrible. They're urging the agency to delay or reverse some of these changes, right? So it can give some calm. And the Social Security Administration has walked back some of its plans, including the one to eliminate the phone services for retirees. But trust is already shaky, and concerns remain high about whether the agency can keep up with the demand, especially as Americans enter retirement age. So, what can you do right now? So, first, make sure your contact information is current with the Social Security Administration. Second, set up your online account if you hadn't already, because waiting on the phone could take hours, right? And you don't want to do that. I'm hoping things turn around soon because this is not sustainable. I think our seniors and folks that depend on Social Security deserve better, but we'll see what happens, right? So that's your Money Focus News update. If this helped you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay informed, stay empowered, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.